Good evening, my name is Jonathan. First off, according to the first affirmative, the drivers of 18 years of age, raising the driving age from 16 to 18 years of age would be considered safer. This is untrue according to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, which shows two different charts of evidence that show that, say, for safety seatbelt use among drivers of age 16 are 89 versus ones that are unused, I apologize, by age of 18 are 138. So they claim that, so the first affirmative claimed that raising the driving age from 16 to 18 would have more safer drivers on the road is incorrect due to the fact that more 18-year-olds rather than 16-year-olds don't use their seatbelts, according to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. We cannot clarify the significance of teen crash rates. However, we do not believe that raising the driving age to 18 would solve this problem. Another thing is inexperience. Inexperienced drivers obviously causes more of a hazard in the road than do experienced drivers. If we raise the driving age to 18, the permit and provisional licenses that are given to 16 and 17-year-olds during their learning period will not be available. Therefore, they will not learn and will have less experience driving. And raising the driving age would just raise the age group of highest crash rates. For inexperienced drivers from age 16, there are available schools, obviously through online courses, however First Affirmative has stated, but also through in classrooms from teacher to students that are available to them, as well as behind the wheel training. This kind of information can also be found in the DMV that offered many different types of schools to go to. Afterwards, after the school part of the learning process, students go and take their first written test and get a provisional license. From here, they need to clock in approximately 100 hours during the daytime driving with a person of 25 years of age or older, and 20 hours of nighttime driving with a person of 25 years of age or older as well, which would allow them to take then a test, the behind the wheel test of the DMV, to let them have their provisional license, which is a license for them to be allowed to drive on their own from 5 in the morning to 11 at night, to allow them to get more experience while driving. 6 months later, when they're 18, they'll be able to get their full license. Also, drivers also get influenced by their own parents. So teenage driving is also directly influenced by their parents, according to the Allstate Foundation, where 80% of teenagers have cited their parents as a primary influence to their driving skills. So not only should the driving age stay at 16 so they could learn through school, but parents should also influence their children, I apologize, to learn how to drive carefully, to be responsible, to also be aware of their surroundings, to not have to become a more experienced and knowledgeable driver. Another thing, in the UK and Britain specifically, there is a learning period for drivers who get their license at age 18, which requires them to clock in, like I stated before, for here in the United States, the 120 hours they need to drive. But the UK requires them, even after the age of 18, if they're newly licensed drivers, to clock in 120 hours during the daytime and then 20 hours during the nighttime. So rather than this just being a national issue, it was also an international issue that we could see today.